He wasn't supposed to go that deep into Hulk's mind. But what Wolverine saw wasn't anger, it was a memory. A prison buried inside Banner's DNA, sealed by aliens. And Wolverine just ripped the lock wide open. The Hulk that came out didn't recognize Earth. Didn't speak. Didn't care. It wanted to finish a war that started before humans existed. And Wolverine was the first thing in its way. The rain had stopped 2 hours ago, but the smell of burning steel still curled in the air. Wolverine crouched on the edge of the ruined shield facility, claws out, eyes narrowed. Below him lay wreckage, shattered labs, ripped walls, a 6-foot-deep crater still glowing faintly green. The ground was split open like it had been punched from underneath. Whatever had crawled out of that hole wasn't human anymore. But it used to be. A boot crunched beside him. Doctor Strange stepped up, cloak flicking in the wind. This site was sealed for a reason, Strange muttered, not looking at Logan. Gamma containment, 3rd tier. Last transmission said they'd sedated Banner for something experimental. Wolverine sniffed. This ain't sedation. This is fear. They descended into the hole. The walls were scorched, not with heat, with energy. Strange spells flickered weak in the air, like something had drained the very fabric of reality around it. And at the center of the chamber, still breathing, was Hulk. But not standing, not roaring. He was unconscious, curled, glowing. Veins pulsed faintly purple, not green. Wolverine circled him slowly. I've seen Hulk go into healing mode before. But this ain't healing. This is cocooning. Strange nodded grimly, his mind sealed. Like a vault. Psychic interference at a level I've only seen once, on Xandar, during the Celestial Wars. Wolverine's stare hardened. You want me to go in? Strange pulled a silver blade from beneath his robe. Not steel, not magical. Psychic titanium. Professor X designed it for mind walks into unstable minds. With your healing factor, you'll last longer. But even so, Wolverine didn't wait. He grabbed the blade and knelt beside Hulk's motionless body. Logan, Strange warned. I'm not going in to fix him, Logan growled. I'm going in to wake him up. He drove the blade through Hulk's forehead and vanished. Inside was not rage, not the usual swirling chaos of Hulk's broken psyche. It was a corridor, cold, silent, metallic, carved into reality like it wasn't built by humans or by Hulk at all. The walls shimmered with codes, not words, not numbers, stars, each pulse a memory, a locked gate, something older than anything Wolverine had ever smelled in his life. He walked forward, and he heard breathing. Not Hulk's, not Banner's, something else. He turned a corner. There was a vault, 8 meters tall, etched in alien glyphs, glowing faint green. Something inside it was screaming, but without sound. The kind of scream that hit your bones. Wolverine's claws extended on instinct. A voice, not from a mouth, but from everywhere, spoke in his mind. You are not authorized. He growled. I've never been authorized for anything. That's never stopped me. He slashed the vault. Sparks flew. Blood sprayed his. The vault fought back, but he kept cutting. Again, and then it opened. Inside was a memory, not an event, not a feeling, a being, trapped, sealed in the code of Bruce Banner's DNA. Not a second personality, not a Hulk variant. A weapon, placed there before Bruce Banner was ever born. Placed there by a war that Earth had nothing to do with. It blinked, not in confusion, but in recognition. Finally, the voice said, not Hulk, not Bruce, something older. Wolverine felt himself shoved out of the mind like a bullet fired backward. His eyes snapped open in real space. Hulk was standing, awake, but not the Hulk they knew. The skin wasn't smooth green, it was fractured, layered, etched with glowing seams like something mechanical underneath. His spine bulged with armored ridges. His eyes were not white, they were black, with tiny points of light like distant galaxies. And he was calm. Banner? Strange asked, hand raised with a defensive rune. Hulk looked at them both and smiled. Banner was the containment unit, the voice replied. Deep, measured. You broke the lock. Wolverine stood slowly. "Who are you?" "I am what Hulk was designed to suppress," it said. "A failsafe, buried before Earth had language, hidden in Gamma to avoid detection." Doctor Strange stepped back, whispering spells into the air. "That containment wasn't S.H.I.E.L.D.'s doing, was it?" "No," the creature said. "It was alien. My creators feared what I'd become, so they stored me in the most volatile organic matter they could find. The rage of a human." Wolverine grit his teeth, and now the being looked at his hands. "I remember everything," it whispered, "and I'm not here for Earth." The ground shook, not from movement, from frequency. Wolverine heard it first, a vibration in his bones. Strange spells fizzled. The walls cracked. "What did you activate?" Strange shouted. "I didn't," Wolverine said. "It did." Hulk, or whatever he now was, raised his hand. From his chest, a signal pulsed. Invisible, but strong. A beacon. Doctor Strange's eyes widened. "He's broadcasting." "To who?" Logan growled. "To whatever locked him away," Strange said grimly. "Or worse, to whatever was supposed to kill him." Outside, the sky split open with thunder, but no storm followed. Just silence. Wolverine stepped forward. "I went in there to wake up Hulk," he said. "Not to wake you." The creature looked at him. "You should have let him sleep." The air cracked. Not from thunder, from something deeper, like the sky itself was flinching. Wolverine stood frozen, claws out, but it wasn't rage that held him back. It was calculation. The creature wearing Hulk's skin wasn't mindless, wasn't berserk. It was thinking, plotting. It turned toward the exit. The voice that came from its mouth wasn't loud, but it didn't need to be. "I remember the war," it said, "and Earth was never neutral." Doctor Strange spun his sling ring. A golden portal sparked open, but before it fully formed, the Hulk's hand twisted in midair. The portal collapsed. A flicker of power, subtle but sharp, and the spell bent backward like it had been rewritten mid-cast. Wolverine's eyes narrowed. "Since when does Hulk do that?" "He doesn't," Strange said grimly. "But this thing does." The creature walked past them, not rushing, not roaring, just moving, like it knew nothing on this planet could stop it. Its steps were measured, calm, deadly. Wolverine lunged. He didn't wait for a signal. He didn't need a reason. 3 claws tore across the creature's back. The sound wasn't like flesh tearing. It was like metal grinding metal. Sparks flew. Black smoke hissed out from glowing green seams. The creature didn't flinch. It turned its head slightly. Then it spoke in a language Logan didn't understand. But somewhere above them, lightning struck. Thor landed. Mjolnir spun in his hand, face tight. "I heard the call." Doctor Strange nodded. "We're too late. He's already begun broadcasting." "Broadcasting what?" Thor asked. Wolverine stepped back, licking blood from a split lip. "Not what?" "Who?" Thor looked at the creature, now watching them both, and he froze. He knew that face. Not Hulk's. The thing behind it. "I've seen those markings," Thor whispered. "In the halls of the Watchers, etched in warnings. You shouldn't exist." The creature turned to him. "Your father knew what was buried on Earth," it said. "Odin helped build the vault." Thor's grip tightened around Mjolnir. "You are Viridian," he whispered. "The one they buried inside Rage." "I am Viridian Hulk," it replied. "The last failed state of the Cryolithic Wars. Woken not by time, but by ignorance." Doctor Strange summoned 3 mirror shields around them. "He's accessing gamma pockets globally. My wards just detected a spike near Chernobyl, another under Stark Tower. He's drawing power from Earth's gamma signatures," Thor muttered. "Like their fuel cells." Wolverine growled. "He's charging." The shield shattered. Not from an attack, from resonance. A pulse swept through the air, too high for sound, too low for radar. In Wakanda, sensors shut down. In Atlantis, water levels rose by 1 degree. In space, satellites blinked offline. On Earth, every nuclear gamma reactor went from dormant to red hot in 10 seconds. Strange turned white. He's awakening dormant gamma cores. Globally, he's feeding. Viridian Hulk began to rise, not jump, not fly, ascend. His body shifted, pulsing with invisible force. His eyes became black again, 2 pinpoints of stars. Thor threw Mjolnir. It struck directly across Viridian's jaw. The shockwave shattered a dozen trees. Viridian didn't bleed. He turned and smiled. Then he vanished. Not blinked, not jumped, vanished. Strange cursed. Teleportation via gravitational fold. He's manipulating localized physics. Thor looked at Logan. Where's Banner? Logan's voice was rough. Still in there. I saw him. Trapped. Watching. Crying. Then we need to wake him up, Strange said. No, Logan said. Banner wants to stay buried. Elsewhere, across the world, Viridian appeared above the remains of a dormant gamma station. Abandoned since the Cold War. It came online as soon as he landed. He raised his hand. The green dome pulsed, and the sky lit up. Inside Wakanda's Science Council, Shuri stared at the readings. Gamma spectrum is collapsing into itself, she said, like something is folding energy into a new format. What kind of format? Okoye asked. A weaponized frequency, not a bomb, a signal. Spider-Man saw it next from Queens. The sky above the Empire State flickered green, then gold, then black. He called Stark, but no one answered. Inside the ruins of Avengers Tower, Iron Man rebooted his AI. FRI give me a scan. Multiple global gamma pings detected. Source: unidentified Hulk form anomaly. Threat level: celestial. Tony's eyes widened. That's not possible. Threat has assumed control of Stark-designed satellite Relay 87A. Tony blinked. He hacked my satellites. He didn't hack them. He overrode them. Back underground, Strange opened a time-frozen chamber deep beneath Kamartaj. Inside floated a memory crystal, recorded during the Cryolithic Wars. The vision activated. It showed a battlefield. Alien world scorched. Hulking green creatures, not Hulks, but similar, ripping through entire fleets. One among them stood taller, smarter, a leader, Viridian, and beside him a figure, Odin, with a sword drawn, not attacking, but sealing him. He made a deal, Thor whispered, to imprison the weapon in a human embryo. Strange looked sick. Banner was never random. They chose his genetics, designed him to be the host. Logan paced, and we broke the vault. Strange nodded, and now it's awake and feeding. Wolverine turned toward the exit. Then we don't stop it. Strange raised an eyebrow. What? Logan looked at them both. We kill it, and whatever's left of Banner with it. Thor stepped forward. You'd murder an innocent man? Wolverine didn't blink. He's not innocent anymore. The walls shook. From above, the clouds began to pulse, not with thunder, but with answers. The signal had gone out. Something out there was answering it. The Bifrost split open over the Himalayas, searing the sky in a circle of fire and light. Thor stepped through alone, fists clenched, lightning dancing across his arms. He didn't speak. He didn't need to. Wolverine was already waiting. You knew, Logan said flatly. Thor didn't answer at first. He stood there, chest heaving, jaw tight. The mountains behind them quaked with the aftershock of Viridian's last broadcast. It hadn't just been a call. It had been a map. The gamma cores lit up across Earth, not randomly, but with purpose. A path, a pulse. You knew, Logan said again, stepping forward, claws half extended now. Thor finally spoke. I suspected. Logan shoved him. You knew. Odin buried something in Banner. Something from a war Earth never fought. And you stood by. Thor didn't move. But the sky flashed once above him, like lightning knew he was holding back. I thought it was sealed. I thought it would stay sealed. Wolverine didn't blink. Until I opened it. Thor looked away. You didn't open it. You triggered a chain that was already in motion. That thing. Viridian, it wasn't asleep. It was waiting. Doctor Strange appeared behind them through a sharp-edged portal. Face pale, voice tight. We have another problem. A hologram flared between them. Dozens of blinking points over Earth. He's not just waking gamma cores. He's linking them. The image shifted. It showed Earth from orbit, a lattice of pulsing green dots connected by invisible currents. It's a weapon grid, Strange said. A planetary amplifier. He's turning Earth into a gamma battery. For what? Thor asked. Logan already knew. To bring whatever locked him in here back to finish the job. No, Strange said. Not to finish it. To stop him. They sealed him because they were afraid. But now they might be too late. They stared at the grid. The pulses were speeding up. He's drawing from the sun now, Strange added quietly. How? Thor asked. He's using StarTech satellites. The old solar mirror network Tony abandoned in 2040. Viridian's overriding them to beam energy directly into the core. So Stark handed him a solar cannon, Logan growled. Perfect. A gust of wind. Another portal. This time, Iron Man stepped through, faceplate cracked, left arm sparking. He didn't waste words. He's in orbit. Wolverine Hulk stood above the stratosphere, surrounded by debris from destroyed satellites. His skin glowed, not green anymore but gold. Veins like rivers of sunlight ran across his arms. Around him, the shell of a fallen space station turned slowly. The Earth below pulsed with gamma lines, points of power radiating toward his position. He wasn't floating. He was growing, layer by layer, absorbing every ounce of radiation Earth could provide. He wasn't turning into a god. He was becoming a transmitter. He opened his mouth and screamed. No sound reached the ground, but oceans shifted. Birds fell from the sky. The International Space Station buckled from the force of a scream that wasn't physical. It was code. Old, alien, reverberating through molecules. Thor's hammer lifted itself into his hand without him moving. Do we kill him? He asked. Iron Man's helmet retracted. We can't. I've already tried. I fired a solar lance directly into his chest. It did nothing. He's not just powered, Strange said. He's evolving, rewriting himself as he absorbs energy. That's why Banner's gone. There's no more Banner left to reach. Wolverine's voice cut through. Then I go up there. Everyone turned. I tore the vault open. I go fix it. Strange hesitated. You go up there, Logan. You won't survive re-entry if he throws you. Logan looked down at his claws. I'm not going up to fight. I'm going up to stab what's left of Banner and make him remember what it means to stay dead. The plan was ugly. Stark launched the last of his Falcon-class prototype, a coffin-sized stealth shuttle with a reinforced vibranium hull and a one-person payload. Wolverine stepped inside with nothing but the psychic blade and a borrowed breathing collar from Atlantis. Thor gave him one last look before the canopy sealed. You'll only get one shot. Wolverine smiled, all teeth. That's all I ever need. Space welcomed him with silence. Viridian hovered like a god of death, arms out, energy pouring into him from every corner of Earth. He turned his head slowly as the tiny shuttle pierced the orbit line. He saw Logan and smiled. Wolverine didn't waste time. The shuttle slammed into Viridian at terminal velocity. Shields burst, metal tore, and Wolverine leapt, claws out, diving straight toward the creature's chest. He didn't aim for the heart. He aimed for the mind. The blade, forged by Charles Xavier's last thoughts, plunged into the center of Viridian's skull. Everything stopped. Inside was white. No war, no fire, just silence. And Bruce Banner, sitting on the ground, knees pulled to his chest, weeping. Logan walked up slowly. You gonna let him take everything? He asked. Bruce looked up. I'm not strong enough. I was never strong enough. That's not true, Logan growled. You held him back for years. That thing used your mind like a cage. You built the walls. You chose peace every time. Bruce shook his head. I made him worse. I fed him with my fear, my guilt, my rage. I made the perfect prison, but I forgot that every prison builds a better monster. Wolverine crouched in front of him. Then die with a purpose. Take him down with you. Bruce stared at him for a long time. Then he stood. Outside, Viridian screamed. His body convulsed. and a tear opened across his chest. From inside, light began pouring out. Logan gripped the blade. "I'm sorry," Bruce said. And then he was gone. The tear across Wolverine Hulk's chest widened. Streams of molten gold bled from the wound. Not blood, code, memory, radiation, light. Inside that breach, something struggled. Not Bruce. Not Viridian. The void itself was screaming. Wolverine clung to what was left of Viridian's outer frame, buried inside his skull, trying to hold the psychic blade in place. But the creature's form was collapsing and evolving at the same time, like it was reshaping around pain. And then silence. Wolverine was thrown. He tumbled through space, ribs shattered, suit torn, oxygen warning blaring in red. Earth filled half the sky below. Viridian was floating far above him, hunched forward, arms limp. Tony's voice buzzed into Logan's comm, barely holding signal. The signal stopped. "Logan, whatever you did, it worked." "No," Logan rasped. "It didn't." Because Viridian wasn't falling. He was absorbing again. In Camartage, Strange stood at the center of a star map chamber as the walls pulsed violently with unreadable constellations. Something ancient had woken up in the firmament. A shape appeared on the map. A fleet. No known signature. Moving past Saturn's orbit. Not approaching. Responding. The broadcast from Viridian had ended. But the response had already begun. "These aren't ships," Strange whispered. "They're relics. Forgotten by time. Dead weapons from a war older than language. And they're coming here." Thor stood atop Asgard's remnant beacon tower, now installed on Earth. He watched the incoming cosmic formation with growing horror. "These were meant to destroy Viridian if he ever escaped," he muttered. "They were never meant to reach Earth." Sword scrambled all orbital defenses. Stark activated the last auto-turret satellites. Wakanda deployed its planetary shield grid. Too late. The fleet didn't slow down. It accelerated, and Earth's defense systems began shutting down one by one, not destroyed, but overwritten. In orbit, Viridian raised his arms. He wasn't scared. He wasn't reacting. He was welcoming it. And that's when Logan understood. Viridian wasn't the weapon. He was the bait. The beacon wasn't a call for war. It was a trapdoor. The sky above Earth turned black at noon. Every gamma sensor shorted. Every telescope went blind. The fleet arrived, but not like ships. They didn't land. They pierced through reality, one by one, emerging like scars across space. Long, curved silhouettes of living metal, older than stars, shaped like bones fused with armor. And behind them came something else. Something that didn't travel through space. It moved under it. The first planet killer. A creature built to destroy gamma worlds, not with fire, but with consumption. It didn't attack. It opened its mouth, and Viridian flew directly into it. Thor shouted, "No," but it was too late. Viridian didn't resist. He offered himself. He was never the escapee. He was the message, the appetizer, the invitation. The real destroyer had just arrived, and now it wore Hulk's skin like armor. From Earth, the thing that came through looked like a second moon, but it had bones, limbs, veins of light that wrapped around its chest like wires. And at the center of it, Hulk's face, dead-eyed, but grinning. Tony launched the last solar cannon. It fired a beam the width of Manhattan. The monster absorbed it and smiled wider. Wolverine landed hard near the debris field in Mongolia, suit in flames, lungs burning. But he stood. He looked up, and the sky looked back. He'd gone into Hulk's mind to wake him up. He'd ended up digging underneath him, under the rage, under Banner, under Viridian, to what was always waiting. The thing the aliens buried Hulk to hide from. A being that feeds on war. A being Earth just invited to dinner. "We can't kill that," Strange said. "No," Logan whispered, "but we can bury it again." Thor stepped forward. "How?" "We seal it inside Earth's core," Strange said. "Same way they sealed Viridian inside Hulk." Tony glanced over. "You want to trap it in the planet?" "It needs gamma to stay conscious," Strange replied. "If we cut off the grid, overload it, then collapsed the crust around it. "It sleeps," Logan said. "Maybe," Strange added, "if it doesn't evolve again." Thor slammed Mjolnir into the ground. "Then we don't give it time to evolve." Logan stepped forward, half limping. "We open the earth." Everyone stared. He grinned through bloody teeth. "You need a delivery system. Someone who won't die mid-flight." Strange shook his head. "You won't come back." Logan shrugged. "I've died worse." They launched him from Wakanda's vibranium cannon, aimed at the upper mantle. Logan's last image was of the thing above, wearing Hulk skin, stretching across the clouds. Then he hit the ground. Then he kept going, through miles of stone, metal, fire, until he reached the core. And he called it. The monster came crashing down. Its body broke mountains, shattered air. And then it vanished, sucked into the mantle in one scream of cosmic terror. The crust collapsed. The gamma grid died. The sky went quiet. For hours, no one spoke. Then the sun returned. Hulk's body never reappeared. Neither did Logan's. But the earth was silent. For now.